switch. Stereo switch. Put it stereo in you. Quit it. Mario LinkedIn. Then I check your streams. Good morning. Yes, give it up.
Good morning.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mario, the show that comes to you live every Monday, bringing you the best and, well, whatever. And here I'm never alone. I'm always here with a very motley crew. Manning the switcher is none other than the man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. I give it to you, Mr. Victor Allen. Give it up.
How's everybody doing? Of course, it's a wonderful week, and stand behind those women for what they've gone through the last 2 days. You guys, no matter what, have their back.
All right. Well, that's one of the topics for today. One of the topics today is abortion. In fact, that's what I'm going to be dealing with in the news segment. We're going to talk about abortion, Roe versus Wade, and what it means and how it's affecting people of color and other folks across the United States. So that's one of the topics. So you have to acknowledge that as we get ready for the midterms. So that's coming up. But, so first of all, summer, I think, is here. Does anybody know the official day? Alexa, when does summer begin?
In the United States, summer began on Tuesday, June 21st and ends on Thursday, September 22nd.
All right, so officially it's summer right now, so
Yeah.
give it up, it's summer.
Oh, it's going to be hot today. 90 degrees in LA?
And a bunch of the United States is really having a heat wave. In fact, again, it's been one of the things that's been a problem for a bunch of folks out there. People are literally dying of the heat. So please stay indoors. We have it so nice out here. We kind of forget that y'all are roasting, but it's nice here in Los Angeles.
I heard it's so hot in Atlanta. It's just dripping with honey and sugar from all those little Southern Bells down there. That's what I heard. The peaches just have sugar dripping all over them.
Well, it's hot. And
Atlanta.
and next Monday, is the 4th of July. So we don't know what we're doing next Monday.
Well, we just had a party. Juneteenth.
Well,
Everybody said that's our 4th, right?
Hey, you're right.
They go down there and get your ribs before they sell out.
Well, we're gonna figure out what we're going to do. Okay. Well, and now while we're doing that, let me just say we've got a bunch of stuff that's been happening at the website. A bunch of stuff. For example, I gotta give you a quick take a look at Pack Stereo TV. We've been making a bunch of upgrades, and it's been reflected in an increased membership. Well over 10,000 members. Take a look. But we're getting it together at the website. For those of you who have just joined, we appreciate the attention. Take a look.
Oh yeah, I like the colors and look at that. Look at the bokeh on that.
That's because we can see you. And it is. To go take a look at the Pack Stereo website as we make these adjustments. You know, we got the all-free music going there. We're adding all
Look
this
at
new
you.
content.
Showing off.
Yes, the new moving
So
video.
you added some of the slider effects already. Look.
Well, we're testing. We're testing, right? What I do, you know, it's funny. Thank you guys, and I appreciate it. I wish everyone would go and take a look and have their own opinions, because what I've done is I've sort of thrown everything in there. What I do, you know, we test and build in public. So I threw all 33 slides. There's going to be 33 episodes that we're pointing to. I put all of them in the slider, okay, and I just put every single one of them on random transition.
So what's the domain? The address is packstereo.tv.
Packstereo.tv.
Yeah, I like that.
When you go to watch, we got all the watch going on. Now, right now, while we're live, we disable some of the other broadcasts. But when we go to autopilot after this, you can go to watch Our Foods. You can go watch The Underground. You can go take a look. Now, if you scroll on down on the landing page, okay, you can see the episodes. There they go. Mario making salad. Omari Bakari introducing the new Sankofa Digital Network. Sharing our Juneteenth celebration. We've got a bunch of the episodes now there on the landing page. You know, there's Victor, the Juneteenth commercialized. We got other things here.
I love the image for the dating app.
You know, take a look. Take a look.
It looks great. I love that.
Omari Bakari,
and
The
clean.
Doctrine of Exclusion, Community History of Forbidding Black Heirs from Land Ownership. These are episodes that have already happened, and we're going to be syndicating these as part of our new organizational efforts, so that every day there'll be a posting going out with an episode of something from Pack Stereo TV.
That's
So
hot.
Take a look. Everybody.
That's hot.
All right. Now, that's the website, but I got to talk about something else, and it's a joy too. So let me go to my Facebook. I recently took some time and, you know, tried to interact and do some more at Facebook, and I'm doing more too at Instagram. And my friends is maxed out, so that's what I'm going to talk about. I want to apologize to everybody who's coming now, because my friends is maxed out. I wanted friends, and now I got all these friend requests coming in, and it's maxed. It's maxed. The friends is maxed. Mario Hemsley at Facebook. The friends is maxed, and we got 5,000 friends. That's all they let you have. But I can have a whole lot more followers. You know, because if you're out here, look at this, down to $49.99. There's one slot open.
Slide.
So we can add a friend. We can go to all the friend requests and add a friend. So there's the broadcast going on right now. You can see it right there. See, we can show our own broadcast while it's happening. And then this is the tracks that I posted earlier that we played. Wow. All right. So you guys, I want to apologize for that. Okay? All right. All right. So that's the kind of day. Now, are you ready to switch reels?
Switch reels.
Are you ready? Are you ready to switch reels? Because it's time to talk a little bit. Switch reels. Switch reels.
Sipping and schmoozing, getting to know you one question at a time. Alright, sipping and schmoozing, talking about whatever it is we like. politics, religion, the human condition, music and fiction, your new addiction. Sipping and schmoozing, getting to know you one question at a time. Alright, sipping and schmoozing, talking about whatever it is we like. Sipping and schmoozing, sipping and schmoozing, sipping and schmoozing, sipping and schmoozing.
So it's time to share the insider information with you. And it really has to do with dating. It's already turned out to be a trip because they're now sending body parts. Now, I want to say I'm going to go deeper into this next week, but I want to say that unfortunately I made the mistake of mentioning this to some of my male friends, and I have one or two that I should know better than to mention this to. But I mentioned this to the fact that I was getting, body part pictures. And, when they send you the body part pictures, sooner or later it's implied for you to send a body part picture. Now, I'm 65. It's hard enough for me to get prepped when you're sitting right in front of me. Now, I was thinking, how do I get a body part picture? Because then one of my friends, I happened to mention this, he said, well, I send them pictures of my friend's penis. It turns out one of our boys, when he was needing some money, did a nude spread. And since he already has a nude spread, it turns out a bunch of the fellas send out pictures of his dick. So when they go online and women want to see a dick, now I thought that was kind of weird because to me, his penis was a different shade than my penis. And so then I was thinking, well, is the goal to make it look like your penis? Or pick a penis different than your penis? Because if you really get with her, she's going to go looking for that penis. So here I am looking online at penises, and I'm thinking, this is pretty weird for a heterosexual guy. I'm sitting up here scrolling through pictures upon pictures of penis, trying to select a penis that either looks like my penis or represents what I want my penis to look like. And then the goal is to then send that fake penis picture out to the girl. Now, after thinking this all through, I realized it was a bit too heavy for me, and I decided to just go smoke a joint. But I just wanted to get some input from my friends, because this is the kind of shit that I love to take to Victor Allen, because he's a wise old sage.
I am not contributing shit to this. This is all you.
Well, I want to say something. I watched Snoop Dogg's comedy show on Netflix, and he had Melanie Camacho, and she talked about that. It was so funny. She said the guy sent her a dick picture, and she said, well, why did you do that? And she cussed him out and said, well, come on over. And then when he got there, it wasn't the same that was in the picture. And she just, that was so hilarious.
So you got to think about this, because the women that's sending you the body pics, they could be sending you fake body pics too. So everybody can be sending fake body pics, but
Isn't
I just
that
want you to
called,
know.
sexting?
Yes, I didn't send it out, but I want you to know I did spend some time as a heterosexual man looking at pictures of penises, trying to decide whether or not this was appropriate representation for me. So I don't know if you've ever done that, to go search through pictures of penises to find the representative penis, the one that you think most represents you, your new you, not the OU, the new you.
Well, I haven't gone that far.
See, there you go. All right.
Not yet.
Now, I got some suggestions. Every week I have dating suggestions because I'm out there on internet dating, and I'm still on Facebook dating, even though 90% are fakes. See, I'm on Match, eHarmony, and Facebook Dating. Facebook Dating is so many fakes, I just have fun fucking with them. So, so that's what I go. I go on there and just have a blast. But Match and eHarmony, all the paid sites are better, which means that the people don't look as good. They look better on the fake sites because they're all fake. But they look better. It's all too good to be true. It's too good to be true.
Too good to be true.
It's too good to be true. Too good to be true. But on Match and eHarmony, where they don't look quite as good. If they look good on Match, they look good. They look good on eHarmony, they look good. If they look good on Facebook Dating, they probably don't look good. So let me tell you something. If they ever start out, see, one of the things that I notice, because I do a lot of dating, the women have the same conversation. See, this is what cracks you up. Some of them, the conversation is so similar. I even wrote them and said, wow, you're reciting the protocol. You're reciting the protocol. It's the same one that everybody uses. Hi, are you real? That's what they all say. Here we go. Let me see if I can go to the top. Hi, are you real? And you go, yes, I'm real.
Because that would make me think it's a bot right there. Wait a minute. Are you asking?
Well, and it's a person playing it. Then they go, oh, since you are real, we can talk. I'm like, how do you know I'm real?
Right.
They immediately go, like you go, oh, hi, yeah, I'm real. Or they go, oh, okay, since you're real, we can go on WhatsApp. So if they start like that with, you seem real, if they start with that slogan, one time I had like 3 people say the exact same thing. Oh, it was the exact sentence. I'm not here much on Facebook Dating. Can we continue on WhatsApp? Now, so I got some suggestions. Insist on audio-video communication. Now, what's the trip? They getting slicker with that. They got them. They ready to audio-video. I had one the other day was crying because I didn't want to chat. I wasn't sure I wanted to chat. Her friend texts me, "Why are you hurting my friend?" And her friend's fine, probably fake. And then the other one's texting me, and then she's finally video calling me crying. Because I was like, well, you didn't seem like my type. Ah! I'm like, really? Really?
That's a little dramatic.
I said, yeah, if it's going to be that dramatic, then you need to send me the body pic again. If you're going to be that dramatic, you got to send the body part. Because I just want you to know. But you got to be willing to set limits. Like I told them now, no, you need to be in Los Angeles. Here's the thing. If their profile says they here in Los Angeles, then when you get to them, now I'm in San Francisco. Fake. Now I'm in New York. Fake. They always somewhere where they can't come to you immediately. But I told you some of them are getting hip because some of them are calling me. Like, Ting, you want to chat? And the one was like, I want to buy you coffee. I'm like, really? That's unusual. I'm suspicious. I tell them now. I even tell them now I have a profile. I have a special. Where is it? I have a special that I give all of them now. That's what I give them. I even keep it in the notes section on my phone so that I can now copy and paste it into all the apps. So it goes, before we begin, thank you. I am looking for a relationship with the potential to be a life partner. My profile is accurate and updated. I need a person here in Los Angeles. I do not invest with online friends at all. No cryptocurrency collaborations. None. I also believe chat is to decide if we need to meet. I would love to treat you to lunch where we discover our chemistry. If you agree, we can proceed. If not, blessings on this journey. So I give them all that now. All of them. And some of them go like, okay, how old are you? I say, that's in my profile.
See, they're not reading.
Then they go, okay, what do you do? I said, it's in my profile.
So those right there, they should get deleted automatically.
Exactly. No, I just like
I
to mess
don't
with
read.
That's why I asked him. I said, "Did you read my profile?"
I don't read, so just
Then
I
you,
don't read.
but the other ones come with you. I read your profile.
And what do you do?
What do you do? Then you go like, okay, I'm not trying to be rude, but one of the things that I have to let you know, for me, it's a spiritual and mental competence. I like intelligent, pretty women. They can be pretty, but that's the thing that's most flexible on is the looks. I'm like, I can deal with. It's not a big deal breaker your body type usually, but it could be a deal breaker your personality. And so I'm just telling you, you gotta be ready to set limits. Okay. Now one other thing, or one thing before that. So anybody wants to talk finances, cut and run. Cut and run. Cut and run. Okay? And don't send any nude pictures, or if you do, send fake ones of your friends. Get a picture of your friend's dick. See, your buddies will appreciate. Call them and say, "Buddy, I know you my boy. I've been having that problem. I got to take the pills, and I got to send this girl a picture. Could you come over and take a picture of your dick?" See, and a real friend would come over. He said, "Yeah, man, I understand. I can just get Pornhub up on the TV, and I'll come over. You could take a picture of my dick and send it to her." Of course, then later on, if she has a friend, you might want to say, "Hey, that was really his dick." What? Yeah, so that way everybody knows.
Let me try to figure this out. You can't take a picture of your own stuff.
No, can't.
And he can't take a picture of his own stuff.
I don't want him to take I don't want my dick out there on the internet. I'll put your dick out there. I was going to say, somebody has to have their penis sent out. I'm just saying, I'm not sending out. I'm too old and conservative.
Who has to take the picture?
That's right. We might have to draw straws. And then we get your dick and say, well, that one's not representative. We don't think your penis is representative of the crew. So we want somebody else. Can we call LeBron up and see if he'll come by? LeBron, I want Anthony Davis. Okay, anyway. All right. Anyway, remember, volume is the key when screening people online. Try to go through a bunch of people. They're going to mostly not work. You need to heart at least 50 people. Try to heart, say you like 50 people and see what you get back. Don't be hearting like 3 people and then be crying because nobody's writing you. Oh, I like 3 people and nobody liked me back.
So in other words, it's a numbers game.
Yes, sir. It's a numbers game. You need to heart like a whole bunch of people. Pretend you're like in your 20s when you were indiscriminate about having sex. Like you had to have a reason to not have sex. Like they had one leg and you still thought about it. Okay, you did. Just because one leg. Easy to dance, But anyway, I'm just saying, so you got to go back and think like the old days and be indiscriminate. Just pick women that you wouldn't mind sleeping with if you were they just showed up nude. Okay? It's men, it's a different criteria. Women, pick the ones that look like they don't have a job, but you like them anyway. Okay? Just pick them. Pick them. And everybody's happy. And then okay? And there you go. That's my dating. Online dating. Having a blast. Not one date. Not one date. But a lot of chat.
Sipping and schmoozing, getting to know you one question at a time.
A lot of translation errors.
Sipping and schmoozing.
Y'all better get hip to these Asians. They on the brothers, these Asians is coming. I thought China was something, but Thailand is on the mark.
The human condition, music and fiction, your new addiction. Sipping and schmoozing, getting to know you one question at a time. Alright, sipping and schmoozing, talking about whatever it is we like. Sipping and schmoozing. Sipping and schmoozing. Sipping and schmoozing.
you know we believe in the musical breaks, and like I said, we are blessed to now be part of the service at Artlist. Well, blessed that we have the money to pay the $199 yearly subscription. But Artlist features music by indie artists in a way that they can make money. You can get your music up there and make some money, make a few pennies too. But get on up there and be part of Artlist. We like it because we're able to use their music, their videos online as part of whatever we do with a royalty-free license. We pay that $199 a year, and we can use as many videos, as much music as we want. Okay, and that's why here today we're featuring the music from Artlist on this show. So we want you to take a listen and just enjoy some of this stuff. I'm taking a look right now to see which track I'm going to bring you. And then we're going to come back and just get some updates. We still got to hear with Victor Allen's Ethos. And we're going to have a moment, at least a moment, with Omari Bakari so he could tell us what's been going on in his life. We want to know. We want to see. So we'll be back in just about 3 minutes. Here's Scooty Wop. And the song is titled Letters. I love me some Scooty. He's related to Pootie. Scooty Wop.
If you're tryna find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Writing love letters with my broken English. Conversate with a sailor. I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there. Be right. I'll be right. Stumbling up the stairs. Please come, I need help. Can't do this alone. Show me that you're there. We've been through so much in the past week. Can we start afresh, leaving in last week? Cause I'm so good. Fighting the temptations in that old phone. They've been trying to separate us so long. But I want you in my life, can't do it solo. Cause nobody was meant to be by themselves. I'll take your hand, go all the way. They say that good things come to those that wait. Might get a little immature, don't wanna wait. But if you're trying to find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find reason. Writing love letters from my broken English. Conversate with a sailor. I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there. Be right. I'll be right. Distance so what? I ain't done enough. Love in your face, what you running from? You'll hear the pain in these melodies. Low crime, talking felonies. Won't fake the feeling. Hip hop is so heartless, so villain. No talking, just show it the real is. Please can you show me some? Please can you show me something? Letters in the air, don't carry the cursive. Give it time to fly, I promise it'll be worth it. A little far away, wish I can say it in person. Just wanna let you know. If you're tryna find love, know it's hard to keep. Even when it get tough and you wanna leave. Take a look into your eyes where I find
Scooty Wop.
reason.
Letters. Give it up.
Letters from my broken
Any Music
English.
Showcase.
Conversate with a sailor. I'm wishing you well. Set the time and place and I'll meet you there. Be right there. Be right. I'll be right.
Give it up. Scooty Wop, y'all. All right, I know it's getting carried away. But I want you, all free, well, it used to be all free music. Now it's all indie music. And we're showcasing music from Artlist, music from independent artists. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We still got the Ethos coming up, but we got to get a moment in always to get an update from the man who's currently in motion. We've been featuring him, in the last couple of episodes. He had some really interesting stuff. We've been getting some feedback. We posted it at the website. We were talking about the doctrine of exclusion. We were talking about some of the activities that he's taken up in the community. Everybody, give it up. A moment with Omari Bakari.
Hey, y'all. Well, you know, I've been, just like we've updated the website with Pack Serial TV, I've been updating my page. I got my YouTube page up. You guys can go check it out, subscribe to it. OmariBakari.tv on YouTube. Got one video I featured, my first production. I'm trying to get like Vic,
Oh,
being
man.
creative. It was the first time using Adobe Premiere Rush. And so I got into Adobe Premiere Rush, got into Filmic Pro. Thought I was doing some big things until I saw what
You
Mario-
were doing something.
so I saw what Mario did with the website, and of course he constantly updated me. This week we were productive because he updated me on all the new slider software that we'll be working with, and I'm kind of excited about it. So, there he goes.
I'm going to subscribe right now.
Please do so. When I get back to the computer, I can see my data. But so I just tried to put a few things up, and I'm learning how to get the metadata in there. I uploaded or downloaded in one place almost 600 video clips, B-roll, different things that we've been talking about. And I'm just kind of putting them in a category, putting everything together. So the next time somebody asks me or says something about content,
Right.
oh, you just go to my page. And because, see, these guys play hardball. I was joking with them earlier. You know, you can't come halfway. They're not accepting that. So
What are you
you
talking
got to
about?
make sure if you go check all my links go to some place. And that's my little star.
Well, let's see
This
it.
is
Let's-
part of his homework.
Let's see the video. This is Omari's first upload.
Hello, and I'm talking about today why I want a husky so bad. I really want a husky puppy real bad. I really want a husky I want a husky really, really bad. 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 Granddad, I'll feed it, I'll wash it, clean up after him, I'll walk him, I'll give him a dog house, I will feed him, I'll wash him, and I'll
It does help if
train
you feed him.
and I'll train him to
And a
protect
washing,
us,
I don't know. But
and I will cuddle with him and give him hugs. I'll love him. I'll walk him. I'll cuddle with him. I'll love him so much, and I'll do anything for him. Granddaddy, I promise I'll be responsible. I promise I'll do good in school. I promise I'll do what Mommy and Grandma says. All power to the people.
See, that's when you know he's trying to work me.
I promise, Granddad. Help me convince Mommy.
Just for that dog. Huh?
All for a dog.
That's good. I like that one. I already did.
So, Vic,
Yeah, man.
all for a dog. Thank you for always showing me your creativity from week to week.
Oh, I appreciate
and
it,
thank you, Mario, for pushing me into a direction to make me use the stuff that you shared with me. We sat down and watched all this stuff on YouTube, and so now putting something together, I had a great time doing it, but it took some work.
Right.
give it up, everybody.
Yeah.
Omari Bakari and grandson Christopher, who gets to be a
Give him that
part of
dog.
everything. Switch reels.
Switch reels.
Switch reels. The weather here is getting hotter and hotter. Alexa, what is the weather in View Park, California?
Right now in View Park, California, it's 74 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Throughout the day you can expect more of the same, with a high of 79 degrees and a low of 63 degrees.
Feels hotter than that.
Yeah.
Feels hotter than that. Well, we also, we have our artificial intelligence here, and part of every day that when we do the show is now Alexa performing for us. So, Alexa, rap.
This is my favorite part.
Jackie Robinson, wearing jersey 42. His number was retired, but his stats just grew. His step across the color line was greater than the game. Baseball in America would never be the same. The highlights of his life were so vast and many, but his highest achievement must have been when he swayed public opinion to see that he was correct. All human beings deserve our respect.
Give it up. Give some history too.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, switch reels.
With trios.
Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time where there's a new time. Give it up. Now we admit Victor Allen's Ethos. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the segment that sometimes cannot make you understand what I'm talking about, but sometimes I'm going to convince you that I'm real. This is going to be an evolution in what I call bias review. When I say bias review, I'm going to talk about a journey that I went on about a couple of days ago and didn't know where I was at and what was happening until I ran into somebody. And that story is going to be about two journeys into one. Historic filmmaking location, and then also a festival, a heritage festival. Caught between both, I learned a little something, something. The first journey I learned at the Caribbean Festival, Heritage Festival. It doesn't matter how many people attend. It's amazing that the energy stays the same. And when it stays the same, then you feel a responsibility not to come out and say, it's not crowded, it's not packed. So this past weekend at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza Mall, rooftop, parking lot, they had it going on. First thing you want to do is go in, and I realized, don't evaluate, just participate. And that's what I did. Now, usually I would give you a video first because it wasn't anything unique and exciting. The trek was not that long, but I wanted to impart the first journey that's going to lead to the second journey. And that first journey to me was more about understanding your culture. I have no Caribbean roots traditionally, not at all. But I learned something about my family over this weekend. I'll share that probably next week. Interesting. Found out that my basis of my family that I always was claiming out Alabama is from the Carolinas. The Gullah Geechee movement. I'll tell you more about that later. My second journey that I'm about to impart on is that there's a film coming up. And it's the remake and the reboot. And the remake and reboot is where I think the discussion is going to come in this room. White Men Can't Jump. Filmed and on location in Leimert Park. The whole basketball studio and bleachers all set up as opposed to at Venice Beach in 1992. Why is this somewhat prevalent to talk about? Because the first thing everybody's going to do is try to say, well, can they be better than the first one? So here's my question. Anybody right now at this time heard about the reboot in this room?
No, this
No.
is my first time hearing about it.
First time hearing about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. They got a lineup that's going to compare. Now, I'm going to say this honestly. When Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson got on the basketball court, you could tell they don't necessarily play. They're actors, okay? And I think the challenge that's going to come on this one is that you got two cats that's going to be playing. One, Jack Harlow, he's a rapper. He's played in the NBA All-Star game, but not as an NBA player, celebrity. And then Sinqua Walls. So here's the question now. Here's the question. will any of you, without promotion right now, just knowing that because of the legacy of the first film, would you go see it, or would you wait until it's on cable without knowing anything else?
You know, I was gonna tell Mario we got to get out more, but
Not for this.
I always prefer to watch movies at home, and I'm patient enough to wait for them.
Right.
But I'm a huge fan of Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, and
Right.
you know that their chemistry I thought was awesome.
Right.
In that film. So I don't even know who these other two cats you are talking about.
Which may put you in a place where you probably will want to know, because I think it'll have everything to do with its success. So, for example, Wesley, of course, and Woody are somewhat short in stature, not tall. This guy is 6'3", who's playing. Also, he's a rapper. His last music drop on videos got 358 million views. That's just one song. I believe he's been in Game of Thrones and some other stuff in his history and his bio, so I believe that this may turn out to be something bigger. Now, if you want to quantify and qualify the acting, that's something to be done later. Now, with all that being said, I went down to catch what they will call, if you're available in the area, they say, look, you're accepting to be filmed. So I've been down there twice. So I'm not sure when they're going to actually do all the recording. They've been down there for almost a week. So the question becomes, is that you're going to say you're going to wait for cable. Mario, I think I know Mario's response. Mario, you're going to wait, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, there's only certain movies, especially today, that I'm willing to go to the theater to see. Certain things are cinematic spectacles, so the bigger the screen you see them on, the more you're impacted. But I'm like Omari, unless there's a reason, I'm pretty much going to wait and watch. Yeah. It's interesting how they're trying to deal with this. The fact that they know that people want to watch at home, so the whole thing is how long they make you wait before they put it on the streaming channels, the paid premium streaming channels.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And they're coming pretty quick. And I guess it all depends on what studio
right.
Does the film. But they're getting on streaming. I'm a huge advocate of streaming. I think that it's one of those disruptive things, like with the recording industry. I think streaming music is really disrupted the record industry, and likewise, streaming is impacting movie theaters.
Right.
If we can't have a drive-in, fuck it. I want to see everything in all.
Okay. So just thank you, Mark, for a quick picture here that you're getting to see Sinqua Walls. And Jack Harlow, of course. So, and Lance Riddick. You guys will know Lance Riddick because you'll see him you've seen him in other films.
Yeah.
You're familiar with
Lance Riddick was in The Wire.
That's right. And
this kid was played in Power.
Yes. And you also have Tiana Taylor, who's going to be in there. So there's some other, just say players, that's in here. They have not completed some of the casting. Most of it has been. And so I just thought it was interesting to just kind of give a perspective on a film that's yet to get any promotion. It's always in Leimert Park. And to me, the central kind of subject is in Leimert Park. The movement of Leimert Park is so obvious now, more so that this is the place they want to be at, as opposed to Venice Beach.
So aren't they calling, you see I got my Leimert Park hat on, aren't they calling Leimert Park Africa Town?
I have not heard that.
I've been seeing that.
That's the first I've heard that.
I've been seeing that. As a matter of fact, I've been seeing on some of Ben Caldwell's posts, they had, didn't they have a mask festival?
Yes, that's...
knowing the community around here, I'll be very curious to see how they respond to that.
The Africa Town.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of
very good point.
They're
growing up with always referring to the name Leimert Park. The area Leimert Park had always a special kind of thing for me.
Right.
And I know and I understand the history of it very well.
Right.
But I don't know the whole Africa Town thing. I don't know.
Well, if it's being called, I'm unaware of it. you know, names will probably come up, play catch up. And another thing too, because you have to kind of be in the heartbeat of a lot of things going on, you know, being out there and stuff like that. I like what you said, Mario, that you and Mario need to go out. Mario gets out, you know, he gets out. You know, he gets out more
I
than
like
you
to
do.
use
Yeah, he
different
does.
public
He's at the
restrooms.
concerts and stuff.
That's what it is. I like to use different public restrooms, so I
See, here we
kind of
go.
keep a list. Coco's,
You know
Walmart,
what? See.
Sway,
You know, no.
J.C.
Yeah,
Penney.
Walmart.
I'm just telling you, local
You see.
public restrooms,
See, that's wrong.
AM, PM.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you guys see that video that's going around on social media with Minnie Mouse beating up the security guard?
Oh, yes.
And Mickey Mouse just let it happen. He just got out. Oh, my God.
But you like it, don't you?
The joys
You
of
like it.
social media.
Oh, my
Hey,
God.
just a reminder, if you guys want more information to find out about the Caribbean Heritage Festival, it's something that goes on across the United States.
Yes.
Okay, so just, you know, keep that in mind.
But wasn't it Pride weekend also? Pride festivals everywhere?
It was a lot of protests that I saw. A lot of protest celebrations. So I'm not sure. You may have the advantage of me. So, also, I'm hoping here that we can go on down. I do have a soft video, if it's available. I'm not sure if it's on page. Yes, it is. Good. This is just a simple journey of what I just told you about, because the journey is not that far from me. So I want you guys to play so you can get an idea of the staging and how big they're building this court just for these scenes. So if we could play that, let's take a look at it, Margo.
Well, thank you.
Guess who's getting out in a little black dress tonight?
Oh, Lord. That wasn't fair. I didn't see that coming.
I'm at a Caribbean festival here in Baldwin Hills, Crenshaw Plaza, at the top of the plaza.
Getting ready to go on a blind date tonight. I wonder what he's gonna be like.
Me too. Me too.
So, one thing I've learned that no matter what story you tell, you always include your sponsor
I need
or your
That's
advertising.
what's missing, Mario. I need a sponsor.
We all could use a sponsor.
I need it.
So-
Thank you once again, man.
Like I said, you know what I learned this from? Don't you guys watch certain, you know, on cable, and then you can get the one with ads and without, and then they have the ones where they ain't gonna tell you, and boom, it hits you. I said, they're forcing it on you.
Yeah.
So I decided, why not force a beautiful face and a spiritual person on everything that we do?
You're right.
Why
You're
not?
right.
So
I
that's
need
what I do.
a sponsor. It doesn't even make sense to go on through life without a sponsor.
Yeah, you
like
get
that.
a sponsor, yeah. There
Oh
you
my
go.
God! And there's so many of them online. Oh,
You know what?
young, fine.
Okay, I didn't want you to get carried away. Hey, let me just say this, you guys. It's been a blast. Enjoyed the ethos segment. I hope you shake a hand, make a friend, and come back to my ethos. Bye now.
Big.
Victor Allen's Ethos.
All right.
Man, Mario got that voice. You better sample it, man.
Hey.
Sample it. I don't know why you just don't go on to do it.
Well, coming up, you never know. You never know. Well, coming up is the most serious topic of the day. Roe versus Wade. there were many states waiting. They actually had legislation already set to go into action the minute that it was legal to do so. And so you have a number of states across the United States now where abortion is essentially illegal. Many people have different opinions about this. I noticed that it seems to change also with age. That would make sense. If you're in the age at which you're having sex, abortion is probably a much bigger issue for you than if you're in an age where you are not having sex. But still, the consequences are what we need to talk about. Roe versus Wade. Abortion and women of color. Is there a bigger picture? I don't know if you all have checked it out, but the rate of abortion is much higher among people of color. Why do you think that is?
Well, there's certainly been some speculation.
Well, the numbers are terrible.
Lack of education.
Hardly.
There was an old documentary out called Maafa 21, MAAFA 21, and I think it's still online, and it talks about the high abortion rate among our women.
Part of the problem in abortions is that abortion is part of women's health care. One of the things that people like me, physicians who have been active here in the United States for years, have been advocating for the active use of the healthcare system, expanding the healthcare system to provide health care to black people, people of color all around the United States, because those are the ones essentially who have been lacking. As it turns out, you all, the COVID pandemic exposed everything.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't trust the healthcare system, you probably aren't trusting them for birth control. Let's be clear. Abortions are the result of unintended pregnancy. Let me say that again. Abortions are the result of unintended pregnancy. In other words, most people who end up getting abortions don't just go, hey, let's go have sex and see if I get pregnant, and then maybe I'll just have an abortion. No. The people who get pregnant, it's unintended. It's unintended pregnancy because of sex that was probably not planned for. Let's start with that. So if abortions is the result of unintended pregnancy, the degrees to which you have adequate contraception will become important. And guess where we're lacking? In contraception. General women's health care, contraception. Indeed, many of these places that are against, that don't want abortion, are also against what? Sex education. See, you would think that if you're going to be against abortion, you would do everything you could to keep people from getting pregnant.
Exactly.
But that is not the case. So we have a situation in which people of color are more likely to have abortions. So, let me tell you some of the other things. There are black organizations who feel that the disparity is the result of aggressive marketing. In other words, you have black organizations who feel that abortions are actively marketed more to black people. And they blame them. They blame them for the high abortion rate in the African American community. And they have been calling on Congress to withdraw federal family planning funds from anyone in Planned Parenthood. So imagine that. So this is where the controversy, just like the controversy that I had to deal with during the COVID pandemic. I'm trying to tell people to get health care, and other people are saying what? To ignore that same health care.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Well, there's a void on the whole education piece. And at some point, we're going to have entities or institutions in our community that are educating people on looking towards health care for their contraceptives.
Well, we got to get it
Particularly
outreach.
in those states where they immediately acted and made it illegal.
You're going to have to get out there and educate people as to what opportunities exist for them to get health care. We're going to have to do a better job of providing health care to individuals out there, again, with the goal of preventing pregnancy,
Right.
preventing unintended pregnancy, which leads to abortion. I don't know if any of you, well, that's no one I know. Let me preface this. No one I know who's had an abortion is proud of it. Absolutely no one. It's a very private decision. It's a personal thing.
There's nothing to be proud of.
And no one I've heard, you don't hear anybody going around saying, well, I'm really glad I had. No. But then it becomes an issue to me of forced pregnancy. See, you have different rights. There are a bunch of times when rights come up to other rights. I believe as a man, I should have a right to have a say-so, but a woman's right to control her body overrides my right.
Right. Exactly.
It would be wonderful and fair
It's her body.
if I could have some say in the pregnancy, because right now I've always resented that the fact that they could abort my child, keep my child, do all those things without any of my input. Absolutely nothing. But her right trumps my right.
It's her body.
It's her body.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, that's the way things work. So unless you feel like you can force another person to go through a pregnancy and all the implications therein, obviously what they want should be paramount. That's what's going around. And for a lot of people, all of this is causing us to re-examine the roles. One of the things that's amazing is to see the women say, now we should start making sure that men who are involved with fathering a child should feel that from the beginning. They're saying if a man should be forced to pay child support, all those things from the moment of conception, then it'll be different. Then it would be different. Then it was different. And in some ways, I won't say that I'm glad, but I will say this. In times of great challenge, that's when progress is made. Progress isn't usually made when everything is wonderful because everybody too busy having a good time. Progress is made when it's hard times because progress is made with a big cement block that is called conservatism. There's a big cement block chained to your neck, and you drag that cement block toward progress. That's why it's a slow pull, because you got to pull that weight. But it's movement. Here are words. If every time men had sex, they risked death, physical disability, social shunning, a life-altering interruption of their education or career, and the sudden lifelong responsibility for another being, I think they'd expect a choice in the matter. I agree.
I do too.
I agree. If men somehow had a higher price to pay, then it would be different. It would be different. There would be different. Our government is bold enough to force you to have a kid, but too weak to ensure they make it to recess alive.
Right. That's a good one.
It's funny, the people who are so much against abortion are so much in favor of guns. So much. It always seemed amazing. They're also some of the most bigoted people.
Absolutely. I will stamp that. Yes, They are.
Hey, here's another one I like. Electrical activity in a group of organizing cells is not a heartbeat. Know who has a heartbeat? Kids cowering in classrooms. Pro-life them. Wow. So my point being today is that the abortion issue, as some of us in the black community have been saying, it's a white issue. It's not a white issue. It's not a white issue. Not by the numbers, not by the outcomes, not by any of the factors. To say that it's a white issue is to simply be ignorant of the issue. It's not. This is a very big issue for all people of color and people in general. And women are out there making their voices heard. One of the things I've noticed about the protests is that so many of these protests are mostly women. The police have to handle it a little differently, correct? It's mostly protests of white women.
You would think.
So we haven't seen the same tactics. And we're going to continue this week to see more and more. And so we will see. We will see about abortion. It's been a wonderful day in the neighborhood with all the new formats. Remember, now we have the Quiet Storm as the official pre-show for Morning Coffee with Mario. Yeah. That's right, the Quiet Storm indie music showcase. Did you like that?
I did.
And then we had some of that music as part of the show. And it was wonderful indeed.
So can we add a little something? Can we showcase local artists during that period?
Well, I would love to showcase if we could just get some.
Well, I sent you a link.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, we can showcase a link. We'll showcase a link.
Click on the link.
We'll click on the link.
Oh yeah.
Hey Vic.
Yes, sir.
It's been a good week. We're going to be back next week, maybe for the 4th of July.
Well, let's sit back and simmer on it.
You know, y'all might be doing something. I know I don't have shit to do. Look at Mari. I don't have shit to do. So Vic is doing.
Well, we ought to create
there's
something.
Gonna be stuff going on.
Well, we'll see. It's Monday morning. We'll let you know if we're going to be here. Well, we always say, ain't nobody got my DNA. Mari Bakari, Victor Allen, Morning Coffee Crew.
All right.
You know what we say? Let's do this.
First off, I'm not your regular dude. I must move like a young MC. Yeah, sorta, that would be me. Got me thinking about putting down the mic one day. Then I get some more love. Thanks for the love. You gotta play. Hey, what can I say? I'm a Leo to the finish, man. I love God, so my faith won't diminish, man. Once I step up to the mic, I speak truth. Hip-hop wasn't designed to exploit the black youth, but somewhere along the lines, we dropped the ball again. I mean, that man in the mirror, yeah, that ball dude. But now I'm back to right the wrongs of my past world. So let me walk this off my list like my name's Earl. Articulate my thoughts clearly like Professor Les. Do you remember Rap City with Deja and Les? I'm looking at the front door, bless the main source. You're full yet, wait till I hit you with the main course. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I'd rather listen to Tribe or shit alone. You like my raps, but really I write songs. I like to do it like this once in a while to show some versatility and make you all smile. It's been a long time coming, I know. I feel it too. The more I take a break, it's like the more I break through. With my time, the space boy funk, I'm on point. You bless this microphone every time I anoint the pen and pad. I face the bad head on. Escape inside the music, see my diary's a song and song. Till I write my next verse, then I go again. into the studio, I feel like I got a flow again. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my monies grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my monies grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. They say they get me, I don't think they ever got me. My name's Kowalski, but they call me Kawasaki. Online I'm funds, but in real life I'm more like Chachi or Cola. I told you, I'm funky like granola. Bars, can't you see that I'm a star? Who pumps his own gas in the cold really fast? As I pass on your gold digging stash, I'd rather make my own money, not advance me loan money. No. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my monies grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my monies grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. So there you go. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA.
All right.
Alexa, begin playlist, broadcast transition.
Your playlist, Broadcast Transition, on Amazon Music.
See ya! See ya!
Peace, you guys. Next time. Maybe in